Tonight we have the case of the 6th Street cowboy and his horse and mule. The animals were impounded after his DWI arrest downtown last weekend.
And now he's trying to raise the money to win his animals' freedom. Samuel Olivo and his friend Jose Rios were arrested for horseback riding drunk. That DWI was eventually reduced to a charge of public intoxication. But as David Scott now reports on you at 6, that still leaves the impounded horse and mule.
Samuel Olivo has the horse tack, just no horse back. Texas, the horse, and Mula, the mule, remain in the clink at a fee of $28 per day per animal. Samuel already owes $336. It springs from these arrests on 6th Street last Friday. Olivo and Jose Rios were hauled in one direction, the animals in another. But Samuel, a lifelong cowboy who insists he's no drunk, maintains he and everyone around him were safe.
As long as I'm on my animals, you may not believe me, but if there's real cowboys, I know the animals know where they're unloaded and where they're loaded because it's routine to them. They don't go through the lights because they know when the traffic stops, they stop. And if they're real neck, when I turn them, they turn, you know. As long as I'm sitting on them, I was safe.
Olivo was celebrating a return to health after a near-fatal fall from a horse last summer. Busted ribs, collapsed lungs, head trauma. And he insists riding a horse into town is a Texan's traditional right.
It's not against the law to ride a horse. Cowboys been coming into town since the 1800s to drink a beer and ride their horse into town. Their horse would get them back to the ranch.
His attorney concurs and is working the legal system.
The allegation of DWI has been resolved. Last I checked, I didn't think horses had motors.
But Samuel has until Monday to raise the impoundment fee, or Texas and Mula will be auctioned off. That's enough to make any cowboy cry in his beer.
I've had them for years. They're part of my family, you know. And I'm doing the best I can because I know God, if he let me live from this injury, he's going to get my animals back. This is just maybe something I'm going through a test, and they're all I have. You know, I live out in the country, and I ride the mule to church some Sundays.
Samuel vows he will ride Texas here once again downtown, but he promises this time not a drop of liquor. I'm David Scott, KXAN, Austin News.
In fact, Samuel Olivo hopes to get his animals back tomorrow or on Saturday. He says if he does, look for him again downtown this weekend.